from the lesson differential coefficient of differentiation, its application, how to sketch curves ප්‍රස්ථාරවල දල සටහන් ඇඳීම. Curve sketching means that is we are going to draw a graph, not to a scale but very roughly, right? Steps we have to take in order to sketch a graph. Very first we have to get the coefficient of differentiation. You know that coefficient of differentiation gives the gradient of a curve. Then we have to find the stationary points. So sometimes we say turning points or critical points where dy over dx is equal to 0. First calculate the differentiation, coefficient of differentiation, then equal that value into dy over dx is equal to 0. ඕකලන සංගුණක බිඳුව වන x against සොයා ගැනීම. Then we have to determine whether that points of critical points are minimum or maximum or any other type of point. So that is determined by the second order derivative. So we have to calculate the second derivative of the y function. And if it is a negative value, then it is maximum. If it is a positive value, then it gives you a minimum. Positive gives minimum, negative gives a maximum point. That is how to identify point of maximum and point of minimum. Then we can find a special point where that curve or that graph cuts. Then find the limits of y when x approaches to the negative and positive infinity. When x increases rapidly, what happened to the y value? That is when x increases positive infinity. And also we have to consider what is the y approach value when x reaches to negative infinity. So that two ends, what happened to y if x goes to positive infinity and also x goes to negative. ඍණ අනන්තයට යන විට සහ ධන අනන්තයට ගමන් කරන විට y වල හැසිරීම හොයාගන්න. y කොහොමද වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? Example, sketch the curve y equal x3 minus 3x squared minus 24x plus 10. y සමාන x3 බලය ඍණ 3x වර්ග ඍණ 24x ධන 10 ශ්‍රිතයෙහි දල සටහනක් අඳින්න කියන එක. දල සටහනක් අඳින්න. Not to a scale. අපි graph paper සරන් පරිමාණයකට අඳින්නේ නැහැ. Here we are not using graph paper. We can use graph paper but not into a scale. Solution. Very first we have to differentiate the given function. Copy down the y equal, here I will do it here. Y equal x3 minus 3x squared minus 24x plus 10. Then calculate the dy over dx, get the differentiation value of y, differentiated value of y. Here 3x squared minus 6x minus 24. 24x becomes 24. 3x squared becomes minus 6x, x3, 3x squared. So then, in order to find the critical points or stationary points where maximum or minimum or any other point can be occurred here, if dy over dx is equal, this expression should be equal to 0 then. Then solve this equation for x. x against ගන්න මේ සමීකරණය විසඳන්න. Then divide by 3 can have x minus x squared minus 2x minus divide by 3, then 8 here, 0. Then factorize this very simple tripletic equation. Triple prakashana, get the factors of it, x minus 4, x minus x plus 2. Okay. Then simplify, solve for x value. Then x minus 4 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0. Then x equal 4 or x equal plus 2 taken to the right hand side, then it becomes minus 2. Then these are the two values where dy over dx becomes 0. dy at dx again බිඳුව වෙන x again දෙකක් හොයාගෙන තියෙනවා. We have found two x values for which gives you first derivative equal to 0. Those points may be maximum points or minimum points, or sometimes point of inflections also can be happened when dy over dx is equal to 0. But definitely we cannot say those points are minimum or maximum. X equal 4, we cannot decide for maximum point or minimum point, and also to x equal minus 2, we cannot decide maximum point or minimum point. In order to find whether it is the point of maximum or point of minimum, we have to find the sign of the second derivative. Second derivative, d squared y over dx squared should be tested or make a පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලන්න ඒකේ ලකුණ. Then only we can say there is a maximum or a minimum. Now we have obtained 2 points where first derivative equal to 0. Then let's go. At what point positive value given by the second derivative or the negative value given by the second derivative, whether it is x equal 4 or x equal minus 2. Now let's take x equal 4. What is the second derivative here? We can from this here, where we have the first derivative, do the differentiation again, then d squared y over dx squared x. What is it? Here 3x squared, again we differentiated, then it is 6x. Here minus 6x differentiated, it gives you minus. So this is the second derivative. So we have to apply that second derivative here. Test whether the sign, what is the sign of that when x equal 4. When x equal 4, second derivative equal to d squared y over dx squared. d varga at dx varga equal to 6 times 4 minus Actually, this is 24 minus 6, that is 18. 18 is not important, but the sign, this is positive. This is positive means greater than 0, or if it is positive, we can decide that there is a point of minimum. Therefore, at x equal 4, therefore at equal x4, at x equal 4, curve has a point of minimum. It gives you a point of minimum. අවම ලක්ෂයක් තියෙන point of minimum. Then check whether when x equal minus 2, what is the point, nature of the point then. Let's go to the, I will erase in the first part here in order to take space. Then let's then what? When x equal minus 2, what is second order derivative? It is from here, 6 multiplied by minus 2 minus 6. Then it is minus 18, so it is a negative value. That means negative. So at x equal minus 2, curve has the point of maximum. As the maximum, or let's say in short, point of maximum or a maximum. උපරිමයක් තියෙන. එක් සමාන ඍණ දෙකේදී උපරිමයක් සමානයි. හතරේදී අවමයක් තියෙන. Now we can find the coordinates of point of minimum and point of maximum. Let's say our equation now, what is the x, when x equal minus 2, what is y? So substitute minus 2 in this function here. Then minus 2 to the power 3, minus 3, x squared, minus 2 squared, minus 24x, x is minus 2, plus 10. Here we are going to calculate the coordinate of the point of maximum. උපරිමය ලැබුණේ අපිට මෙතෙන්දී point of maximum නේ. ආදේශ කරාම දෙක දෙවනාව කලන සංගුණක ඍණ වුණා. දෙවනාව කලන ඍණ වුණායි කියන්නේ ඍණ දෙකේදී තියෙන උපරිමයක්. Right, then we have to calculate this value. Minus 2 squared, then minus 8. Here minus 2 squared 4, 4 multiplied by 3, minus 12. Here minus 2 and minus 24. Multiplied together, then it is plus 48 and plus 10. Here minus 20 plus 58. That is 38. Then we can write the point of maximum is equal to x coordinate is minus 2, y coordinate is 38. In the same way, calculate when x equal value. That is the point of minimum. Then when x equal 4, y is equal x3. We are substituting the original equation here. 4 to the power 3 minus 3 x squared plus 48 plus 10. Here minus 2 and minus 20 multiplied together, then it is plus 48 and plus 10. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. Here minus 2 squared 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12. 4 to the power 2. We don't need small brackets here because it is a positive value. Here minus 24 multiplied by 4 plus 10. Then y is equal 4 into the power 3 is 64. 3, 4 squared 16. 16 multiplied by minus 3, 48. Here 24 times 4 is 96 plus 10. 64 minus 48 is 16. Minus 96 and 10 gives you a minus 86. Then that answer is, final value is minus 70. Therefore, the coordinate of the point of minimum Why we say it is point of minimum? Because second derivative is positive at x equal 4. At x equal minus 2, second derivative was negative. Right here now, coordinate of the point of minimum is 4 minus 7. So if we know coordinates, we can scale the graph. And another special point, what is y value when x equals 0? So when x equals 0, we have to substitute in this expression. What happened when x equals 0 here? These x terms, all x terms become 0. See, we don't need to substitute that here. If you substitute it here, 0 to the power 3, 3 multiplied 0 squared, 24 times 0 plus 10. Actually, it remains only this value, 10 constant. If you have a y expression, all the terms become 0 and it remains only the constant part here of that expression. නියත කොටස විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා x සමානයි බිඳුවේදී y 10 කියලා එකපාර ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. We can take advance the y curve cuts at y axis at y equal 10. වක්‍රය y අක්ෂය කැපෙන්නේ y සමානයි 10දී. That is the coordinate where the curve goes through. බිඳුව 10 කියන ලක්ෂය රහත් curve එක යනවා. That is not a maximum or minimum. So this special point we can get the help of that to draw the graph. Now let's draw the graph here. Remember the coordinate of the minimum 4 minus 70 and minus 238. And then let's go draw the curve here. Here minus 2, let's take minus 2 here. Not just roughly, we can have a sketch here. This is x-axis, here y-axis. There is special point where it cuts the y-axis. This point is, the curve goes through this point, that is 0. And what is the point of maximum? It is given by, let's say 38 here. So, this point, this is minus 2 and 38. There's a point of maximum. So point of maximum behave like just like here. So we have to have the curve, the shape of the curve becomes here. And in when x is minimum at where then when x equal minus 7, let's say not x, minus 70 is taken by y value if x equal 4. Here minus 70. So this is the point of minimum. So the shape of the curve at this point is just like this. It is so after we detect the shape of the point of maximum and minimum, we can join the remaining rest of the curve can be joined here. This should be goes through this special point. Actually, it is very clearly we can draw the curve like this. Then it goes until it goes minimum. Then it goes up. After this x equal 4, according to the solution, we have only two critical points. Two critical points. One of this is minus 230, other one is we don't have any other critical point. If it we should given it by the solution. මේ ලක්ෂ දෙක හැර වෙනත් critical points හම්බුනේ නැහැ. We don't have any other critical points rather than these 2 points, minus 238 and 4 minus 70 here. And this is the point where it cuts the y-axis. And after this 4.70 curve goes up because we cannot think it it turns just like here because there is no any other critical points. So this is goes when x goes infinity positive, y also got positive infinity. So here we can take that is by substituting infinity values here. What happens when x goes to positive infinity? Then y goes to, we take only the higher power terms only. We learn that in limits, if you have an expression like normal expression, when you want to find the limit when x is to the positive infinity, take the highest power term, then x3 becomes plus infinity 3. That is also, then y is equal to positive infinity. That is given by here when x increases as possible as higher values, y also increases as possible as higher values. That go when x goes to positive infinity, y also then curve behaves like this. In the next negative side also, what happens then? Then you have to substitute here minus what happens when x power 3. That means y goes to minus to the power 3. It is an odd number, odd power. Then it is also minus. That means when y goes down, so y is decreasing, x is decreasing, y also decreasing. Actually, without finding this infinity limit, we can have the sketch of the graph here, because when if curve goes this side, there it cannot be any other turning point. If it is no turning, then it goes as it is directed by that. Make වක්‍රය නැවත කොහෙවත් point එකක් නැත්තම් හැරුණු ලක්ෂයක් නැත්තම් මේ point මේ curve එක හැරුණු අතේ ගමන් කරනවා. අනිත් පැත්තෙනුත් එහෙම. So that is how we can sketch the graph. Then let's go the point of PowerPoint slides also we can explain again here. That special point is taken when x equals 0, then y is equal to 10. We calculated it. Then take this and do the differentiation. Then when dy over dx 0, this equation must be equal to 0. Then get the solution of x squared minus 2x, and then second derivative is taken. We have to check whether the sign when x equals minus 2, what is the sign of the second derivative? Then that is negative. We don't need to calculate this actually to get the value. If we can decide sign, that is enough, right? ලකුණ හොයාගත්තා නම් ප්‍රමාණවත්. Then it is a negative here. Yeah, this is negative. Right? So it gives a point of maximum. So the point of maxima is calculated here. We did it here. Substitute the minus 2 in the y equation. At y equation. When x equals 4, second derivative is a positive value. That means it is a point of minimum. So it is a point of this is positive. So this is a point of minimum. Second derivative is positive, gives you a point of minimum. Second order.
Recording stopped.
Negative infinity. Getting the highest term of the y equation x3, we substitute minus infinity at x to the power 3, then minus infinity to the power 3. So after you roughly sketch the axis, two axis, then roughly we get the points. This is where I cast the y-axis. It is 0, 10. Then point of maximum, that is given in minus 230. Here, because y value is 30, here y value is 10, where it cuts. So it must be above this point. මේ ලක්ෂයෙන් ඉහළ ලක්ෂයක් වෙනවනේ මේක. නිසා මේක roughly පරිමාණයකට ඇඳෙන්නේ නැතත්, even we are not have a scale, that comparatively it should be correct. 38 කියන්නේ 10ට ඉහළින් තියෙන නිසා මේ දල වශයෙන්. And point of minimum is 4 and minus 70. 4 minus 70. And the curve is very beautiful. Curve can be drawn like this. Here you can see. And then x goes to infinity, y goes to infinity. This is how curve be endless. This curve is endless curve. When x reaches to infinity positively, then y also goes to positive infinity. Y goes up when x goes right hand side. In the same way, when x reaches to negative infinity, y also goes down, reaching negative infinity. That is how to sketch the graph. We need only these special 2 points and where it cuts the axis. Now, applications of derivatives in economics. Actually, derivative or coefficient of differentiation is not applied only in economics. It's applied in all the subjects, especially in physics, chemistry, in computer science also. Sometimes we have to apply the coefficient of derivatives, right? So in most of the subjects use this differential calculus, especially point of differentiation. How we can apply this? Because in our degree program, we have to learn economics. I think nowadays, yeah, sometimes learning microeconomics. So in economics, there are some theories about marginal functions. Marginal cost, marginal revenue, marginal utility, any marginal function. ආන්තික ශ්‍රිත කියලා කියන ආන්තික ශ්‍රිත. ආන්තික පිරිවය, ආන්තික ආදායම, ආන්තික උපයෝගිතා. We isolate that three functions, that is enough. Many calculations, many problems is come across with this special marginal function. Antika period, what is marginal cost? Marginal cost function is equal to the derivative of total cost function with respect to quantity. Can marginal cost function, if you are given total cost function, මුළු පිරිවැය දී ඇති විට ආන්තික පිරිවැය ලබා ගන්නේ අර මුළු පිරිවැය භාණ්ඩ විෂයෙහි අවකලනය with respect to quantity. Here we are not using the variable x here. Instead of variable x, we use here variable q, because q represents the quantity ප්‍රමාණය දක්වනවා. නිෂ්පාදන ක්‍රියාවලියකදී නිෂ්පාදනය කරන ප්‍රමාණය. ඒ සඳහා ගත වෙන මුළු පිරිවැය ආන්තික පිරිවැය හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් අවකලනය මගින්. So marginal cost here, M stands for marginal, C for cost. MC is marginal cost. Is equal to the D over dQ of total cost. TC, T stands for total, C for cost. කියන්නේ මුළු පිරිවැය. කියන්නේ අපි පිරිවැයගේ යම් තැනක දන්නවා නම්, very brief explanation here. පිරිවැය, no, let's say පිරිවැය currency value එකකින් මනින්නේ. Is measured in currency. Let's say total cost is at a specific, as a specific cost is let's say 100 or somewhere, and the total cost Q is equal, let's say 20. භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය 20යි. 20 දී මුළු cost එක, total cost එක දීලා තියෙනවා. This marginal is the, if we increase Q by 1 unit, let's say Q by 1 unit, then it becomes 21. If we increase Q by 1, let's say total cost is increased by 105. It is increased by 5. Then marginal cost is equal to the, marginal cost means what happens if we increase the quantity by 1, what is the increase in of the total cost? එකකින් භාණ්ඩ වැඩිපුර එකක් නිෂ්පාදනය කරොත් කියන එක. If we produce one more unit, what is the difference or increase of cost? That is called the marginal cost. තොට වෙන්නේ එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ එකකින් 21 ඍණ 20කින් වැඩි වෙනවා. එකකින් cost එක වැඩිලා තියෙනවා 105 ඍණ 100. ඒකකයකට වැඩිවීම 5ක් වෙනවා. So this is the marginal cost. Normally marginal cost, normally it is defined as increase of the total cost per 1 unit of increase of quantity. භාණ්ඩ ඒකකකින් වැඩි කළොත්, තවත් භාණ්ඩයක් නිෂ්පාදනය කරොත් අමතරව දැරිය යුතු පිරිවැය කියන එක. in mathematical terms, if the cost is increased by, Q is increased by delta Q, and the total cost is increased by, say, delta C. The per unit value is calculated delta total cost, delta TC divided by delta Q. We decrease this as possible as close to zero. Then when we apply here delta Q increases by as possible as very small value, that is the very correct definitions of the mathematically, that is the most correct marginal value. So the marginal cost is equal to, in other way, when delta Q decreases so as to the limit of delta TC over delta Q. Actually, that is equal to D of D over dq of total cost. Right? That is the definition of marginal cost. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කියන්නේ අමතර භාණ්ඩයක් නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන අමතර පිරිවැය කොපමණද? Mathematically it is here. ඒකකයක් කියන එක කියනගේ බෙදලා තියෙනවා delta TC ප්‍රමාණය. So let's go ahead. Other marginal values are given by, if marginal revenue function ආන්තික ආදායම්, that is equal to the derivative of total revenue function with respect to quantity. It is also similar to the previous total cost derivative gives you the marginal cost. Here, total revenue differentiated gives you marginal revenue. M for marginal, R for revenue. Yeah, total revenue, TR. And let's go other one. Marginal utility function is equals the derivative of total utility function with respect to quantity. මුළු උපයෝගීතාව භාණ්ඩ විෂයෙහි අවකලනයෙන් ආන්තික උපයෝගීතාව ලැබේ. MU, marginal utility, gives you by differentiating with respect to give the total utility. Total utility අවකලනයෙන් marginal utility ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. So these are some applications, very important application in economics here. In most of the economic involving these expressions. Then some other normal expressions we have to apply in our problems. Total revenue is equal to the price multiplied by quantity. It is normal thing. අපි භාණ්ඩ 10ක් මිලදී ගන්නකොට වියදම් කරන්න ඕන ප්‍රමාණය කොච්චරද? එකක මිල දන්නවා රුපියල් 5ක් කියලා. ප්‍රයිස් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ප්‍රයිස් එක කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකකයක මිල, ඒකකයක වටිනාකම, ඒකකයක වටිනාකම. 10ක වටිනාකම එන්නේ මේක. එතන මුළු වියදම කියන්නේ, here we can sometimes we can see TR equal PQ, RP equal PQ also, okay. Then here this is equal to TR. That is 5 by 10, 50. It is taken multiplied by price and quantity. Here quantity is 10, price is 5. So price multiplied by quantity gives you the total revenue. If you are given the price of a product and quantity by මිලදී ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය මිලයි දන්නවා නම් අපිට මේ දෙක ගුණිතයෙන් මුළු වියදම බලන්න පුළුවන්. total revenue ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ නිෂ්පාදන ආයතනය නම් එලා මිල තීරණය කරනවා. විකුණුම් ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි කරාම ඒගොල්ලන්ට ලැබෙන ආදායම හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. So we can calculate the normally the revenue we can earn by the multiplication multiplied by P and Q together, right? Then let's go other normal. Here P and Q are price and quantity. Then profit can be calculated total cost subtracted from the total revenue. So profit is equal to total revenue minus total. In our day-to-day life, if we have a profit doing some selling, we have to subtract the expenditure from the earnings. No? අපේ ආදායමෙන් වියදම අඩු කිරීම වගේ දෙයක් මේක. Just like expenditures minus, earnings minus expenditure. Lැබීම here earnings or minus expenditure. Expenditures means that just like cost. පිරිවැය අඩු කරන්න මුළු ආදායම, then we can calculate the profit. If it is a firm, යම් ආයතනයක උපයන ලාභය සමාන වෙන්නේ මුළු ආදායම අඩු කිරීම මුළු වියදම. මේ වියදම්නුත් කොටස් දෙකක් තියෙනවා, ඒවා අපි deeply discuss කරන්නේ නැහැ. Fixed cost කියන එක තියෙනවා, ඒක කොටස් දෙකකට. Variable cost, total cost කියන්නේ හේතුව නිසා total cost එක හැදෙන්නේ fixed cost එකයි variable cost එකයි එකතු වෙලා. Fixed cost කියන්නේ යන්ත්‍ර සූත්‍ර වලට යන වියදම, සේවක වැටුප් වගේ වියදම් නිෂ්පාදනයේදී, that is just like salary and the value of the machines, and plus variable cost, that is varies according to the number of products produced. නිෂ්පාදනය කරන භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය අනුව තීරණය වෙනවා මේ variable cost. So that is why we say total cost. When profit is maximum, we need a profit function differentiated. D over dq of profit should be equal to 0. So if we given a problem, we first find the profit function. ලාභශිතය සොයාගන්න. ලාභශිතය භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය විශේෂයි අවකලනයක් කරාම උපරිමයක් හරි අවමයක් හරි ලැබෙන්නේ බිඳුවේදී කියලා අපි දන්නවා. We already know that if it is a maximum or a minimum, it gives first derivative equal to 0. But if to become a maximum, second derivative should be negative. We already learned දෙවෙනි අවකලන සංගුණක ඍණ වෙන්න ඕන උපරිමයක් වෙනවා. That is how to identify the point of maximum separately. If it is a point of minimum, second derivative should be positive. අවමයක් නම් දෙවෙනි අවකලන සංගුණක ධන වෙන්න. උපරිමයක් නම් දෙවෙනි අවකලන සංගුණක ඍණ වෙන්න. Here it gives you, here it is a negative. Second derivative gives you the maximum profit, and necessary first derivative should be 0. Actually, this is called sometimes necessary condition. This is necessary condition. This condition is sufficient. Because this is not sufficient to say that is a point of maximum. Then the second matter here, second derivative becomes a negative value. That is, then we can decide the maximum value. So this is also we can take in other way. I will explain it here. When profit can be expressed as TR minus this. Then we can go to the marginal values, how it contribute to marginal functions when the profit is maximum. Get the first derivative here, d over dq of PR. Then it is equal to d over dq of TR minus. That is, then removing the bracket, we can say d over dq of TR minus d over dq of TC. Here d over dq of PR is equal. What is d over dq of TR? Total revenue differentiated MR. මුළු ආදායම් ශිතය අවකලනය කරාම ආන්තික ආදායම්. මුළු පිරිවැය අවකලනය කරාම ආන්තික පිරිවැය. So total cost differentiated gives you marginal cost. If the profit is maximum, we know that is d over dq of profit is, so this should be equal to 0. So in order to get the maximum profit, first derivative of the profit must be equal to 0. Then MR minus MC is equal to 0. That means if we get MC into the left-hand side here, MC is equal to MR. Or MR is equal to MC. Both are same, no? So marginal cost and also marginal revenue, if they are in equal, that is the point of, that is where it has the maximum profit. But whether to decide exactly this is the maximum profit, second condition should be satisfied. That means here, then this is a special condition. ලාභය උපරිම වෙන්නේ ආන්තික ආදායම සහ ආන්තික පිරිවැය සමාන වූ විට කියන ප්‍රකාශනය. ආන්තික ආදායම ආන්තික පිරිවැය ආන්තික ශිතය සුරෙනුත් මේ කන්ඩිෂන් එක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Then what is the second condition here in terms of MR and MC? Here we know first derivative of PR is equal to MR minus MC. If you further differentiated this, then D squared PR over D Q squared. Then here D or dq of MR. The right hand side is differentiated with respect to Q. දකුණු අත පැත්තේ ප්‍රකාශන දෙක Q විෂය අවකලනය කරනවා. D over dq of MC. So if it is a positive value, so if it is a negative value, so in order to get the maximum profit, second derivative should be less than 0, that is a negative. So this should be negative. So this expression should be negative. So d over dq of MR minus d over dq of, d over dq of MC, here MC should be negative. That means if we take this minus d over dq of MC to the right hand side, then this is the special condition, then d over dq of MR is less than d over dq of MC. This is the other condition here. And then if the profit is maximum, two things should be happened related to the, in terms of the marginal values. Marginal revenue and marginal cost should be equal. And marginal differentiation of marginal revenue must be less than differentiation of marginal cost. We get the final result here. Here. This marginal revenue differentiation is less than differentiation of marginal cost. Though both conditions must be satisfied in order to get the maximum profit. That is given here. So in profit function differentiation, only in order to get the profit is maximum or maximum profit is taken at the situation, first derivative of the profit is 0 and second derivative of the profit is negative. In terms of marginal values, profit is maximum when marginal revenue and marginal cost are equal and derivative of the marginal revenue is lesser than the derivative of the marginal cost. Marginal cost එකේ අවකලනය වැඩි අගයක පැවතිය යුතුයි marginal revenue වල අවකලනයට වඩා. සහ ඒ marginal revenue marginal cost දෙක සමාන වෙන්නත් ඕන. So let's go. Now we can go to the examples here. Here I prove this, we can skip this one here. Here WRT means with respect to මේකේ තේරුම Q විෂය කියන එක. That is with in short WRT with respect to Q විෂයේ Qට සාපේක්ෂ අවකලනය කරනවා. අපි බොහොමයක් අවකලන සංගුණක X විෂය කරේ. But same theories are applied in whatever the variable, we can apply the same concepts. Yeah, I already proved this. Can I skip? If profit is maximum, D over dQ, and also that is it. Now let's have an example, just like questions maybe in final examination, whether it is online or offline, or MCQ paper වලවත් රචන ප්‍රශ්නවත් විදියට આવත් මේ වගේ ගැටලු විසඳීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. Here the problem is a manufacturing company this is the problem here. Now we can solve this by we are asking the total revenue function, the profit function, output level when profit is here. Output level means number of products to be produced at the, in the case of profit is maximum. ලාභය උපරිම වෙන වෙලාවේ නිෂ්පාදනය කළ යුතු භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය කියන එක තමයි මේ තුන්වෙනි කොටසෙන් කියන්නේ. Output level means the number of items or number of products. Here we are having a new model of soap. සබන් නිෂ්පාදනය සබන් කැට කියලා එක. ඒ සබන් කැට කීයක් ඉපදෙ යුතුද කියන. And that is here. A manufacturing company is planning to sell a new model of soap at a price of rupees 2Q. ඒ කියන්නේ මේකේ තියෙන මිල තියෙන්නේ 10 ඍණ 2. මේ මිල සහ භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණය අතර රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එක තමයි දීලා තියෙන්නේ. P is equal to 1000 minus 2. It is sometimes called the demand function. මේක තමයි ඉල්ලුම් කියලා කියනවා. P 1000 ඍණ 2. Where Q is the number of units in thousand. Q දෙකක් 2000 කියන එක. In thousand 1000 ඒකක වලින් තමයි මේ Q කියන අගය තියෙන්නේ. Q 10ක් කියලා උත්තරය આવොත් බංකට 10ක් නෙමෙයි උත්තරේ 10000, right? The total cost function of the company is given by C. It's a Q function of Q කියන එක මේ CQ කියලා මේ ගුණිතයක් එහෙම නෙවෙයි. CQ denote the Q function. The function is මේක තමයි පිරිවැය හැදෙන. මේක මුළු පිරිවැය හැටියට තමයි සලකන්නේ. Find the following. Well, let's go to the answer.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
So I would have a request from you to, I want 10 minutes or no, it will not take 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. No? මේ ලින්ක් එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කෝඩිනේටර් කෙනෙකුට ඉල්ලනවා මේ වෙලාවේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මොකද ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් දෙන්න තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් දෙන්න තියෙනවා. මොකද Google ෆෝම් එකක් 9:45ට මේකේ මේ ලින්ක් එක මම යවන්න ඕන. ඒක මට හරියට දෙන්න. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ ගැටලුව බලන්න try කරලා විසඳන්න බලන්න. Okay, ටිකක් බලමු. Here P is equal to 1000 minus 2k. That is the demand function. Then how to calculate the total revenue? Total revenue කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියන එක calculate කරන්නේ කොහොමද බලමු. අපි ගැටලුව ටික දුරක් ගිහිල්ලා අර මිස්ටෙල් එක යවන්න මට වෙලාවක් දෙන්න. Right, then TR is equal to P multiplied by Q, no? P කියන්නේ එකත් Q වලින්ම ලිව්වොත් P කියන්නේ මෙතන P සමානයි. Here we know P is equal to 1000 minus. Okay, then that is total. In the first question it asks you total revenue. Then
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
yeah, there's an interruption. Don't worry about it. Then total revenue is equal PQ. P is equal to 1000 minus Q multiplied by Q. Then remove in the bracket 1000 Q minus 2Q squared. This is the answer for first term. Total මුළු total revenue function එක 1. Now profit function එක calculate කරලා ගන්න ඕන. You know profit function is equal to total revenue minus total cost function. Total revenue is given in this problem is now we already 1000 Q minus 2Q squared minus dot. Wait for a moment. Sorry. Then let's say Q3 minus 59, 57. So 59 Q squared. So let's go through this. Here, this is the profit function. Then we already now we have to simplify the TR minus TC function in terms of Q. Q වල ශිතයක් හැටියට ලබා ගන්න profit function එක. The profit function එක එනවා 1000 Q minus සුළු කරන්න ලියලා අඩු කරන්න. Then within this bracket there is a total cost function. So subtract it carefully. When mistakes with the signs එක ලකුණු ඍණ ලකුණු ධන ලකුණු වරක් දාන්න නැතුව මේ වරහන් ඉවත් කරන්න. ඉවත් කරලා අඩු කරලා සුළු කරාම finally you will get the profit function. Therefore profit function එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. Then if the profit function differentiated, then you can find where at what Q value will have, you can have the maximum profit. වැඩිම ලාභය ලැබෙන්නේ කුමන Q වගේද කියන එක ඊළඟට අවකලනය පාවිච්චි කරලා හොයන්න පුළුවන්. Yeah, and this is profit function. Let's say this is PR. Then get the T over DQ of PR. What is that? Minus 3Q square. May අවකලනය කරන්න 57 then multiplied by 2 140 Q minus this part will become minus 315. That is the D over DQ of P. So if the profit is maximum, then this value becomes 0. So this expression should be equal to 0. ලාභය උපරිම නම් මේ අවකලන සංගුණකය profit වල අවකලන සංගුණකය බිඳුව විය යුතුයි. කියන්නේ මේ expression එක මේ ප්‍රකාශනය බිඳුවට සමාන කරන්න. So that is equal to 0. Then so equal to 0. So solve for Q now. Then බිඳුවට සමාන කරලා විසඳන්න Q සඳහා. දැන් මේක සීන Q ඍණ 3යි 3න් 114 3න් බෙදෙනවා 315ත් 3න් බෙදෙනවා. 3න් බෙදලා ලියමු ඍණ 3න් බෙදමු. divide by minus 3. එතකොට Q වර්ගය ඍණ 38 Q ධන 105 කියලා එන්නේ. Let's go through here. Second derivative less than 0 and first derivative equal to 0. First derivative equal to 0. Now we are going to apply that. First derivative is equal to 0. So solving this equation, divide both sides by minus 3, then we can have the factors like Q minus 3, Q minus 35. Product together gives you 0. Then you can calculate, you can solve where first derivative equals පළමු අවකලන සමගදී P over dQ of PR equals 0. Then Q equals. Now we have to examine what is the second derivative sign at Q. Q සමාන 35 දී second derivative එක පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලන්න. Get the sign of the second derivative at q equal 3 and q equal 35. Then here first derivative with the second derivative is equal to minus 6q plus 1. දෙවෙනි අවකලන සංගුණක ගන්න PR වල ඍණ 6q ධන 114. When q equal 3, second derivative is positive. So it gives a minimum profit there. When q equal 35, second derivative is negative. Calculating the minus 6q plus 114, 4q we substitute 3 here, then it gives a positive value. Again, this method ඍණ 18යි දාන ඍණ 18 දාන 114 කියන්නේ ඍණ දාන 96ක්. ඒ ධනාගයක් කට ඍණ අවමයක් තියෙන්නේ. එතන ආවේ ඍණ 96ක් එන්නේ. කියන්නේ එතන ඍණාගයක් කියන්නේ මෙතන this is maximum, this is a minimum point, minimum profit here, maximum profit. So we have to select where it gives you maximum profit. So when it is q equal 30. So the answer is we have the maximum profit when q is equal 35. That means we have to produce 35,000 items, 35,000 soaps. උදාහරණයක් තිබුණේ සබන් කැට කියන එක. Therefore, when q equals 35, profit is maximum and the number of soaps produced is 35,000. Okay, now I'll take, now here maximum profit is calculated by using. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක calculate කරලා බලන්න. අර මුල්ම profit function එක අරගෙන profit function එකේ 35 ආදේශ කරන්න. profit function එක තිබ්බේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්නේ slide වල ඍණ profit function එක තිබ්බේ ඍණ q3 බලය ධන 57යි q වර්ග ඍණ 315යි q ඍණ 2000. මේ function එකේ q සඳහා 35 ආදේශ කියන්නේ q සමාන 35 කියන්නේ උපරිම ලාභය ලැබෙන අවස්ථාවේ. එතකොට ඒක තමයි output level එක 35000යි. ලාභය what is the profit here? So maximum profit. Now we are going to calculate the maximum profit. So substitute in the profit function 35 ආදේශ කරාම තමයි maximum profit එක ලැබෙන්නේ. ඒක සුළු කරලා බලන්න කීයද එන්නේ කියලා. Until that I will go to the email. I want to email the link of this to your coordinator miss. Okay, coordinator madam කෙනෙකුට මේක යවන්න තියෙනවා. එතකන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක කරන්න සැඳී සිටින්න මම සහයි මිසුත් නැවත ඔයගොල්ලෝ හමුවට එයි. Let's continue from the where we stop at, how we can calculate the maximum profit. So we have to take the profit function again, write down the profit function, then substitute the 35 for q value. q සඳහා 35 ආදේශ කරන්න. ඍණ q වල 3 බලය එහෙම තිබ්බේ. එතකොට මේක ආදේශ කරලා සුළු කරන. This is up to you. Simplify it by using the calculator or any other device, right? Calculator පාවිච්චි කරලා සුළු. You are allowed to use calculators in your examination. විභාගයේදී calculators පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඉඩ දෙනවා. සමේක එච්චර අපහසු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම මේ calculator නැතුව සාධක 35 සාධක වලින් ගිහිලා සුළු කරපු ආකාරය. Finally you will get the maximum profit is equal to 13,925 rupees. we can apply the marginal method. Marginal method එක පාවිච්චි කරලා මේ ගැටලුවම විසඳන්න පුළුවන්. First we have to take the TR using that normally ගුණිත ප්‍රකාශය පාවිච්චි කරලා TR ලබා ගන්න. TR ලබා ගන්න එච්චර අපහසු නැහැ. P වලට තියෙන ප්‍රකාශ 1000 minus 2Q. Then make a Q වලින් වැඩි කරන්න. එතකොට PQ කියන්නේ ඒ කියන්නේ TR නේ TPQ කියලා හැදෙන්නේ TR. 1000 minus 1000 minus okay, this is already we have taken, so that is 1000 Q minus, and then get the differentiation of TR, then D over dq of TR, that is equal to MR, that is 1000 minus 1000 Q becomes 1000 minus 2Q squared becomes 4. That is the marginal revenue. Then calculate the marginal cost. Marginal cost, you have given total cost of cost function is given by Q3 minus 59 Q squared minus, then what is that, 1315 Q minus 2000 or some value. Then MC is, can be taken D over dq of AC, that is MC, is 3Q squared minus 118 Q. 59 Q वर्गे अवकलन, then minus 1000. We can go to the PowerPoint slides then. Here TC is given here, that is 1315, their sign is positive. I have taken it is missed incorrectly. Now it is okay here. Now if you get the MC here, MC is 3Q squared minus 118 Q plus 1315. Here MC, here MR. Now equal MC. Then when profit is maximum, when profit is maximum, M, R and MC should be equal. M, C and MR should be equal. Marginal cost and marginal revenue should be equal. If profit is maximum, then so we have to equalize MR value and MC. Here MR, here MC. So equal this expression. Then MC Q वर्ग इन 118 Q dan 1315 Q plus 2000 equal MR value. MR value is 1000 minus 4Q. Then take the right hand side q terms into the left hand side, keeping 0 here. And then here 3q squared minus 118q. Here minus 14q comes here plus 14q plus 4q minus 4q become plus 4q if you take into the left hand side. ඍණ 4යික දකුණු පැත්තට දාන 4යික මෙතන තියෙන 118යික සලින් ආව ප්‍රකාශනම නැවතෙන් then 1000 මේ පැත්තට ගත්තම sorry මෙතන කියවන ධන 1315 315.
Recording stopped.
Mic is muted, sir.
Sorry. I have off the mic now. Right then. Then profit is maximum MR less than MC. D or DQ of MR is less than 3 OK. 1000 minus 4Q සමාන මේක MR MC වම දකුණු මාරු වෙලා ලිවට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඒ දෙක සමාන කරන්න. Whether they are in left hand or right hand side, terms can be interchanged to the left hand and right hand side. No matter, then this equation can be solved. So all the q terms should be taken into one side here, equalize into 0. Then we can have an equation, quadratic equation is taken here. Then this solve this quadratic equation. Same quadratic equation is taken as we solved by the previous method. Profit එකේ අවකලනය බිඳුව සමාන කිරීමේ ක්‍රමයෙන් හැදූ අවස්ථාවේ ලැබුණු ප්‍රකාශනයම තමයි මේ ලැබෙන්නේ. Same one we taken as from the previous method. That is also q equal then 3 and q equal 35 gives you the maximum. ඒ කියන්නේ MC සහ MR සමාන වෙන්න q වගේන් දෙකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. Q equal 3 and q equal 35. Now you can solve for what at what value the profit is maximum, or which this condition satisfy when මොන අවස්ථාවද කියලා බලන්න. Then I will this condition d over dq of MR is less than d over dq of MC. එයත් කුමන අවස්ථාවේද බලන්න. Q 3 ද එහෙම වෙන්නේ, Q 35 ද මෙන්න මේ කන්ඩිෂන් එක සැටිස්ෆයි වෙන්නේ කියලා බලන්න. බලන්න අපි සුළු කරමු. D over dq of MR ගනිමු. D over dq of MR කියන්නේ මෙතනින් ගන්න පුළුවන්. D over dq of MR minus 4Q. MR ප්‍රකාශනය අවකලනය. ඒකට අපිට ලැබෙනවා d over dq of MR සමානයි minus 4. එක ඍණ 4යි. එකම බලන්න d over dq of MC කියලා බලන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ ප්‍රකාශනයත් අවකලනය කරලා බලන්න. Then it is d over dq 6Q minus 180. මේ අගයන් දෙක ආදේශ කරනවා. minus 4 වල ආදේශ කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Q සමාන 3 වලදී d over dq of MR also minus 4. d over dq of MC මෙතන 3 ආදේශ කර 3 අරක් 6 ඍණ 118. What is that value? 12 18 ඍණ 118 නේ. එතකොට එන්නේ ඍණ 100 ඍණ 100. The compare කරොත් මේක වඩා විශාල වෙන්නේ මොකද? ඍණ 4ද? That is, here it has become DODQ of MR එක වඩා වැඩි වගේ. මේ තියෙන DODQ of MR Q සමාන 3 වලදී. Greater than here minus 100 means it is lesser than minus 4 DODQ of MC. So that is not our condition. If you go to the other value, 35, Q35 number, Q35 උනත් මෙයාගේ minus 4යි. But DODQ of MC කියලා බලමු Q35 වල. Then 6 multiplied by 35 minus 118. 210 ඉන 118. 210න් 110ක් අඩු කරාම 8ක් අඩු 92 කියන වගේ. එතකොට ගත්තොත් ඍණ 4ද වඩා විශාල 92ද. ඍණ 4ද වඩා 92 විශාල. That means DODQ of MR is less than DODQ of MC. That is my positive value 92. It is a negative value minus 4. That's minus ඍණ 4ට වඩා 92 විශාලයි. ඍණ 4 කියන්නේ DODQ of MR. Minus 4 gives you DODQ of MR. DODQ of MC. So this is satisfy the condition we needed. So it satisfies then here minus 4 and here 92. So this is 93, this is 9. When Q equal 30. So Q equal 35 is the point where it gives the maximum. And so after අපි ගන්නේ slide here. So the profit is maximum when Q equals the same solution is given by using the marginal cost method. Try to solve this example to the total. Here you are going through the marginal method. May Prakashan, the total cost function of an electronic device manufacturing company is given Q3 minus 28Q squared plus 100Q plus 4,200. Here Q is the number of devices produced. If the demand function is P is 300 minus 3Q, total revenue function. Total revenue function is very easily you can obtain. Total here. The total revenue is equal to P multiplied by Q. No? What is P here? P is given here 300 minus 3Q. Then multiplied by Q. That is 300Q minus 3Q squared. Then second, so that is the answer for total revenue. Then second part, marginal revenue function. So differentiate this function you obtain from the first part. මේ පළවෙනි කොටසෙන් ගත්ත ප්‍රකාශනය අවකලන. ඒතකොට එනවා MR. MR කියන්නේ මේක අවකලන 300Q differentiated gives you 300 only. Minus here 6Q. That is MR. Here MC, what is the marginal cost function? Marginal cost function, you can see that in third part here, cost function is given Q3 minus 28 Q squared plus 100 Q plus 4,200. Then MC is equal, differentiate that function here, Q3, 3Q squared, Q वर्ग, minus 28 Q squared. Then it becomes minus 56 Q. Here 100. That is then the output level at the profit of the firm at the optimum production level. Optimum production කියන්නේ උපරිම හරි cost එකක් සම්බන්ධ නම් අවම optimum ප්‍රශස්ත අවස්ථාවේ profit here. What is the profit here? Then we have to equalize MR and MC. Or MC equal MR. MC equal MR. MCMR සාමාන කරන්න. MC කියන්නේ 3යි Q වර්ග ඍණ 56යි Q ධන 100. So that equation MR is equal to MC is equal to MR 300 minus. Now equalizing this one, you can obtain. Take the right hand side values to the left hand side here. 3යි Q වර්ග ඍණ 56යි Q ඍණ 3යි Q මේ පැත්තට ගත්තම 58යි sorry here Q වර්ග ඍණ 56 2යි 100 Q 58යි 56 3යි Q වර්ග here D100 higher Q here 6Q minus 6 will be taken into the right hand side, then it plus 6Q minus 50Q $300 is taken to the right hand side minus 300 plus 100. Yeah, this is a level. I have come to this point manually here. Now you can solve this equation. Oh, සමීකරණ සාධකරණ 3 50 වෙනස 50 600 ගුණිතයක් වෙන පුළුවන් ඉලක්කම් දෙක ගන්න. That is if you solve for this one, my Q වර්ගය සරල බලන්න සාධක කරගන්න මේකේ 600.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Hello, Miss.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Now you can continue your session, right? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Right.
Right. Can you hear me? Right. We have stopped at this point in our share screen here. Can you see this screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
උඹට මේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එක පේනවද?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, then complete the second example. Then second example, we are applying the marginal revenue and marginal cost method to find out the maximum profit. And then in this, right, we have found Q is equal 20 and Q is equal to 20 and minus. If you have out of the two value, if you have a negative value, you can reject it. Here we have obtained a negative value minus 10 over 3. So you can reject it. Then our answer become then derivative of MR is less than derivative of MC is satisfied by the only one value is accepted. That maybe the profit is maximum, but we have to show that derivative of MR is less than derivative of MC. Minus 6 is the MR derivative of MC is 64 condition. First derivative of MR is less than derivative of MC. That condition is satisfied then, because minus 6 is less than minus 6 is less than 64. Therefore, Q is equal satisfied. So the profit is maximum when Q is equal to, then profit is T or minus T. Profit can be taken by the selling, earning by the sales here. The number of units is 20. Price is see there's the equation for P here. Price can be calculated by using 20 and then apply that. Profit is equal to 4,000. TC is here. TC equation given, substitute 20 in that equation. Then the total cost is 3,000. Total revenue is 4,800. 300 Q minus 3 Q is called substitute 4,800. Then the profit is the difference of that 4,800 minus 3,000. Then it is 1,000. That is how to. Then I think you have these materials. You do it yourself. This 2015 past paper, right? Try to do it yourself. I can take a few minutes to describe this after you completed this. Today I am going to stop at this point, wind off this point. Right? That is the end of the differential calculus. So next day we can start the integration, right? But I will explain if you need it. I can explain this question, right? Right. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a nice
Thank you, sir.